clue us in on what's going on with Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns.
Sure. So as we've talked about ad nauseum now since the start of rookie minicamp and the full training camp, Shedeur Sanders has been the talk of the town in Cleveland during all facets of camp because he has been, without a doubt, been performing statistically as the best quarterback there in camp, both in minicamp and here in training camp. The only problem is something that Rob Parker has harped on ad nauseum is that he still is the only quarterback in rookie camp and here in training camp who has not gotten a single rep with the first-string Browns offense. So late last week, Shedeur told reporters in Cleveland, I don't want to have my dad here in camp. He's doing some stuff right now. He's got his own fish to fry over there in Boulder. Today, he was pressed about it again, asked, why is it specifically that you do not want to see your dad here on the sidelines at Cleveland training camp? Here's what Shedeur had to say.
I don't want him coming to see me right now because I want to get to where I want to go then for him to see me. I don't want him to come and see me, get a couple reps and, he's cheering like a good dad. Like, nah, you can't be proud of me right now. I got to get to where I'm going, and I know it's a lot I got to do to get there. So it's kind of like I just want everything that I'm doing is just, like, focus on this time, and I don't want no distractions because we know how the media, we know how everybody would take it and take away from the team just from him being my own dad showing up. So, it's a gift and a curse at the same time.
All right, Kerry. I'm going to say this. Shedeur Sanders sounds like a cop. You know how? Because basically he's saying, nothing to see here. Keep it moving. There's nothing to see here. You heard the cops before. They've shushed you away or shooed you away from a situation or a circumstance. Mm-hmm. Keep it moving. Nothing to see here, and he's absolutely right. There is nothing to see because the Cleveland Browns have refused, for whatever reason, which I think is obvious now, to give him first-team reps. Mm-hmm. Like Kerry, you played in the National Football League. Mm-hmm. When they have decided that everybody else, how are you in a football quarterback competition with four guys? Mm-hmm. The other three guys have gotten first-team reps, and you've gotten zero. Mini camp, and now here we are in training camp. Mm-hmm. So the Browns can say whatever they want, but they've said what I think is obvious. He has a great chance of being cut and not being on this team. It doesn't make any sense. It's practice, Kerry. You know this.
Right.
What is the harm on getting the guy a few reps with the first team? What is the harm? And he better be lighting it up. All these Shedeur Sanders flackies, flunkies, fans, whatever you want to call them. Look at his numbers. He has the best numbers in camp. Or look how good he played. He better have the best numbers against the third and fourth strings and guys who are going to be working at Mobile gas station and other places. If you don't have the numbers against them, then you have no shot.
Right.
So you should be at least shining against the people still trying on the bubble, trying to make it carry.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Cleveland can say there's a quarterback competition. Mm-hmm. I don't see it involving Shedeur Sanders. I just don't see it because it doesn't cost you anything to put the kid out there. And I'm going to give you two reasons why I still don't believe he's going to be on this team. I don't care what you invested. I don't care if you traded for Kenny Pickett. I don't care about Joe Flacco's championship. I don't care about Dylan Gabriel's was drafted in the third round. I don't care about any of that. Because when Russell Wilson showed up to Seattle after they paid Matt Flynn, do you remember that? Mm-hmm. A ton of money. He showed up. What did Pete Carroll do? Oh, no. We'll just have to eat the money, and that kid's playing.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
Number two, Tom Brady's your mentor. He don't believe in you? Kerry, you're the Raiders. Don't tell me about Geno Smith. Oh, my God. Well, they already have – Geno Smith is fine for now.
Yes.
Long term, if Tom Brady, who was a 6th round pick,
Yep.
not a 5th, a 6th round pick. Anybody supposed to be like sympathetic and understand what could happen with it's Tom Brady. You're working out with the kid. You're his mentor. You've seen him. You know his desire. You know what he's done.
Right.
And the Raiders had plenty of picks.
Yep.
And they decided to pass on Shedeur. Not hate. I'm just reading the tea leaves.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
No, I mean, you're right. The best player eventually is going to get those reps and be the starter, right?
That's how it works in this league.
That's how it works. And it doesn't matter where you are. I was a 4th-round pick and started from day one. I mean, that's just how it is. And
you were better than those other guys who were in front of you.
Exactly. So it's like the competition part of it, I understand. And what you made a great point of, yes, his numbers and his stats should be better than the starters. They're playing against the first defense, and he's playing against
the 2nd or 3rd or 4th defense.
And that part. So even like, I'm going to bring it back to me, then I'm going to go back to him. So like as a 4th-round pick, you go into the first preseason game, and you're playing against preseason guys. You're not playing against starters. I'm running around thinking this is easy. I'm meant to be here. This is what I do. I run this show. And then we get the week 1 against Kansas City against the real boys.
The real deal, right. The big boys.
I'm like, oh, coach, am I still starting next week? That's how it felt.
Right.
And so for Shedeur, for him, he just got to keep his head down and work and keep doing what he has to do. Like you said, I mean, there's so many quarterbacks. Obviously, somebody's has to be the odd person out.
And you know they're not taking 4 quarterbacks. Come on.
No, they're not going to take 4.
Right? It doesn't make any sense.
No.
You can't eat up a roster spot for a guy who's not going to see the field.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could see that could keep him there would be the practice squad, which I'm sure he wouldn't want to be a part of. So, you know, if he's a practice squad guy, he's not on the active roster, so they can still keep him as that 4th
right,
guy.
But he wouldn't be.
He wouldn't be active.
And you wouldn't be an NFL player, right, until you play.
Until you play.
Am I right?
Oh,
like
100%,
like you're not in the league. There are guys who have been on practice squad.
Yes.
Until you play in a real NFL game,
that
you're
clock does not start.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you can also see the disconnect here, right? Jimmy Haslam, the owner, already said that wasn't his guy. So
now that was interesting.
So, yeah, because if the owner says that, then you already know, and we know this. Most of the times, the owner, the GM, and the quarterback is all connected, right? If you're going to invest in the GM, you want that GM to invest in the quarterback, and that chain of command, that chain of operation is one that should be a solid footing.
Jimmy had no problem telling you when he went and got Deshaun Watson.
Exactly.
That was his guy. It blew up in his face.
And that's my point, yeah.
But here he's like, no, I had nothing to do with this.
100%. So he's already removed himself from the equation, right? And then the other part of it is the comments that Shedeur said. The only thing there was 2 things I thought when he first said it. At first, when he said it, not today or yesterday, whenever that sound was, I think he was protecting his dad. So his dad was going through things, and the media didn't know about it. The world didn't know about it. So I think he was covering that up. But this second comment, he's right. Like, I have not done anything, and my dad doesn't want to be here. But when you unveil that, all he's saying is, you guys already think I'm a distraction. So if I bring my dad and he comes in and he piles on top of that, the media's going to run with it. So I think that's the other part, the other layer of that. It's not about him not getting reps. It's about the clown show that comes along with it.
And that's the reason why it's pretty obvious. If you're not going to make Shedeur your quarterback and that, you don't want him around. And it's 100%. Not just him, because nobody wanted Tim Tebow around, where every conversation, everything is about Tim Tebow. Is he going to get the quarterback? Is Tebow going to get in? Did you think about putting Tebow in the second half?
100%.
Right? And there's reporters around his locker every day. You know, like, that's not what you want.
And that's what and that's 100% correct. If the quarterback, that's the guy, he's going to get attention. That's inherent, right? But if the 4th string guys are getting the same questions that 1st string guy would have gotten,
right,
it's just a distraction in general.
I agree. And that's why I think people got too caught up. There were only 3 or 4 teams really looking for a quarterback. Mm-hmm. So that was one thing. So when he got passed over by all these teams, no, they weren't looking for quarterbacks. So so it looks worse than it really is.
Right.
And then the ones who were, they didn't really want, if he wasn't going to be, you saw the Giants move up. You saw who else moved up to take a quarterback? Somebody else.
I think the Saints. Did the Saints
right,
move
Saints,
up to take Tyler?
And then, you know, like, they moved up, so they had somebody who they really wanted, and they went after him. And I'm with you. people can make all the excuses and they're trying to put him in his place.
No.
Like, no, this is the NFL where GMs and coaches are trying to keep their gigs
Yeah.
and trying to win games.
Yeah.
And I just want nobody can dispute my Matt Flynn take.
No, that's real.
Because it's real. And they had something invested. They had money and everything. And he had set the record for touchdowns in a game by a Packers quarterback. And Bart Starr, all those great quarterbacks who played there, right?
Yep.
And he had the record. And when he got to Seattle, they were like, oh, wait a minute. That kid right there? Yeah.
He's got something, yeah.
He got something special. And that's how it is.
That's how it is. No.
All right.